Okay, so welcome to week 2 of digital learning. We're learning adding polynomials. So let's start off. So we're going to simplify this equation. And because we're just adding, usually when there's something in front of the parenthesis, we distribute it. Well, it's the same idea here, but instead of it changing, if we distribute a positive 1 into this, then we still end up with a 1 times a 3x, which is just a 3x, and a 1 times a negative 2y, which is just a 2y. So with adding, it actually doesn't change anything inside the parenthesis. So we can actually remove the parentheses after that. And then we can combine like terms. And so now we're going to combine the x's together, which are the ones in the yellow. And we're going to combine the y's together, which are in the blue. So 2x plus 3x is 5x. And 5y minus 2y is 3y. And this was kind of an easier one. So let's try one more that's harder. So you'll notice this one has like 2 variables with a coefficient, and so it gets a little harder. Again, though, we are adding, so we're going to distribute the positive 1. But what that does is everything stays the same. And so you're left with the same thing without parentheses. Now you'll see I highlighted the blue one. This blue one, if you look at the first term and the last term, it's almost the same, but the y and the x are switched. Well, with multiplication, we're allowed to move them back and forth. So just because I say 5 times 3, I can also say 3 times 5, and that's the same thing. So it's the same thing with variables. I can switch the x and the y without anything being a problem. And so that's going to help me combine more like terms. So if I do that, you'll see that I now have things that are more alike. So at this point, we can just combine like terms. And so you'll notice the blues are all the same. And so we have 3xy minus 4xy minus 2xy. And the yellows, we have a 2x plus another 2x. And then the green is all by itself. We have a negative 4y. So when I combined all those, I do get a negative 3xy plus 4x minus 4y.